from Washington, this is VOA News. Officials prepare for Sunday protests in Thailand, and Ukraine President Yanukovych condemns violence in the capital, Kiev. I'm Vincent Bruce reporting from Washington. Protests turned deadly in the Thai capital Saturday as Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra offered to hold talks with demonstrators trying to force her government from office. Gunshots rang out near a sports stadium in Bangkok, with police saying one person was killed and at least 10 wounded. The violence flared after anti-government protesters attacked people headed to a rally in support of Ms. Yingluck. In response to the unrest, Ms. Yingluck said Saturday she's willing to speak with protesters and other stakeholders. However, leaders of the anti-government movement rejected her offer. More details at voanews.com. Several Western governments have condemned Ukraine's crackdown on pro-European protesters in the capital, Kiev. Demonstrations were held after Ukraine refused to sign an association agreement with the European Union. Henry Ridgewell will file a report for VOA later in the broadcast. Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has pledged to support Afghanistan's efforts to seek peace with the Taliban. The Prime Minister says he will help Afghans negotiators meet with former Taliban leader Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, who lives in Pakistan. Mr. Sharif commented on Saturday at the end of talks with Afghan President Ahmed Karzai in Kabul. The one-day visit was Mr. Sharif's first trip to the city since taking office in June. Afghan officials believe Baradar's participation is key to bringing the Taliban to the negotiating table. Americans are hoping to find out whether the Obama administration will meet its self-imposed November 30th deadline to fix its health insurance website tied to the Affordable Care Act, commonly known as Obamacare. The botched rollout of the website, along with other Obamacare problems, caused the president to admit earlier this month that he and his team fumbled the October 1st startup of the program. Officials say the website should now handle 50,000 simultaneous visitors for a daily total of about 800,000. The administration had warned the website will still suffer some delays, but by Saturday it should load quickly for at least 80% of users. Insurance consumers shopping when traffic exceeds capacity can wait through a queuing system that tells them when to return. The White House has called on North Korea to release an elderly American and veteran of the Korean War who has been held in North Korean custody since late October. A White House statement Saturday urged Pyongyang to allow 85-year-old Merrill Newman, who suffers from a heart condition, to return home and reunite with his family. Newman, a California native, was visiting North Korea on a valid visa when he was removed from an airplane October 26th as he prepared to depart the country. The head of the committee drafting Egypt's new constitution told journalists Saturday that a tentative agreement has been reached on all 247 articles of the new document, and that it would be presented to interim President Adli Mansour by midweek. Police Saturday said the crash of a Mozambique Airlines plane in a remote border area of Namibia has killed all 33 people aboard. The flight from Mozambique's capital, Maputo, had been scheduled to land in the Angolan capital, Luanda, Friday. Searchers spotted the burned-out wreckage Saturday in the dense bush of Bwabwata National Park. located near the border with Angola and Botswana. Authorities say the dead include 10 Mozambicans, 9 Angolans, 5 Portuguese, and 1 each French, Brazilian, and Chinese nationals, all passengers. Nationalities of the other 6, which may have been the crew, have not been publicly identified. All the latest at voanews.com 24 hours a day. I'm Vincent Bruce, VOA News in Washington.